Today, I'm ranking top page games on Roblox to see if they're good or if they're just terrible games that happen to be popular. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because I've played Roblox for like 8 to 9 years, but I've never seen this many people say popular Roblox games are boring. So how about we start with the most popular game on Roblox, Grow a Garden. Grow a Garden has 2 million players as I'm recording this video, so this game is easily the most popular game on Roblox. So let's see if this game's gameplay can back that up. So I dove into this game and the first thing I see is this whole lot of nothing. This game's map is like a base plate, and you can hate me all you want for saying this, but I'm just being honest. Now, I will say this. These things don't really matter, okay? You don't need the best map, you don't need the best graphics. This game doesn't need to look good to be successful, okay? Just like how you don't judge a cover by its book, or the shell by its snail, or the... So let's talk about their gameplay. Now, Grow a Garden's gameplay, it's a very deep and profound gameplay. You walk around, you buy seeds, you plant them, and now the crazy part is you gotta wait for them to grow. It's like nurturing a baby, you know? Like imagine becoming a parent and then you're like nurturing your baby, and then you go sell them. But if you don't treat them right, you know, you can mess up. All right, you know, I'm trying to make this game sound profound, but I can't do it. This game's gameplay is a whole lot of nothing. It's a whole loop. I can't do this. But you know what, guys? You don't need a great gameplay to have a great game. You know, you don't judge a book by its cover or the cashier by their haircut. What? And for that reason, this game is S tier. Cheers to Grow a Garden for making a great game. Yeah, I'm just kidding. This game gets a solid D tier. Now let's talk about the Strongest Battlegrounds, okay? This game right now has 140,000 players as I'm recording. So that's quite a lot of people, but is the game actually good? Let's find out. So the visuals of this game are absolutely incredible. The visual effects, they're amazing. I mean, I saw a video of this guy turning into like a robot. But yeah, it's safe to say the visuals are pretty good. The animations feel great. But let's talk about the gameplay. Now, this game's gameplay is just fighting, and sometimes you get a little bit of fighting. Basically, the combat system is just a stun combat. If you get hit once, you get stunned, and then that allows the other player to start combos on you and stuff. And honestly, I'm not a big fan of that combat. I'm more of a fan with like parry combat, but you know, whatever floats your camera. But I honestly think this game is not that bad. Like, especially if you're very into PvP or stuff like that, I think this game is pretty good. I don't really think this game is pay to win because you don't really pay to have your HP increased or anything like that. You just mostly spend your Robux to buy emotes. But this game genuinely feels like a decent game, and for that reason, I'm giving this game an F tier. Now, this next game is one of the biggest games on Roblox, and of course, I'm talking about Dress to Impress. Now, let's talk about the visuals. Now, this game looks incredible. The faces are a little creepy, but you know, what are you gonna do? The clothes look really detailed, and all of that is pretty good. I love the background music of this game. It's like very funky and, you know, bumpy. Overall, this game just has great visuals and I'm a big fan of it. Now, the gameplay consists of just dressing up and to look the best you possibly can. So this game is basically like a fashion contest. And so I can actually see the reason as to why people would enjoy this game, because, you know, it's a place where you can dress up. It's a place where you can show off your creativity and have it judged by other people. So I actually do like this game a little bit. I'm giving this game an A tier, which is a high praise. You know, this game set the bar high, but Grow a Garden, you can't even see my hands on the camera. That's how high it is. Now let's talk about Murder Mystery 2. Now, Murder Mystery 2's visuals feel classic. They don't really feel amazing, or they don't really feel terrible. They're just kind of generic, and that's not a bad thing at all. So there's not much I can say about that. I think some of the knives and the guns in this game look pretty cool, but that's honestly all I can say about the visuals. Now let's talk about the gameplay. This game's gameplay is pretty simple. If you're innocent, you run away and hide from the murderer. If you're a murderer, you're supposed to murder everyone. If you're a sheriff, you're supposed to kill the murderer, but if you're really petty, you can just kill whoever you want, honestly. That's what I do. Yeah, I low-key need a life and a job. I personally think this game is pretty fun to play with friends because it's a very chill, casual game that can be a little competitive, and it's a great way to just bond with friends. You know, it's a great way to have a fun time. But listen, I'm not here to have fun. How can you come up to me and try to have fun, bro? Like, oh my gosh. Like, can we talk about the political and economical state of Roblox? This game is Z tier. All right, now let's talk about Brookhaven. Now, Brookhaven looks like a game from 2016. Doesn't really have... There's a fly right now. That's why I'm like distracted. Yeah, this game looks very simple. Once again, doesn't really look terrible. I mean, I think it's... If it was a scale with this being good and this being terrible, I feel like Brookhaven is like here. So it's kind of bordering the terrible side. But listen, we don't judge a camera for its lenses. Now, Brookhaven's gameplay is basically just role-playing. And you know what? Role-playing is such an integral part of my childhood because I used to roleplay as Jake, who was single and he was an half angel and he really wanted a Roblox girlfriend. So I think I would honestly rate Brookhaven B tier. B tier for Brook. All right, now I want to talk about Dead Rails. Now, Dead Rails, on a visual perspective, it doesn't look great. You know, if we have the scale right here, it would probably be here. Well, actually, I put like here, like there. Yeah, so it doesn't look terrible, but it doesn't look the best, obviously. So, and that's all I have to say about the visuals. But I just want to say the werewolf strangely resembles Ashton Hall. Let's just talk about the gameplay. Okay, so the gameplay of this game is actually pretty nice. You ride a train, you go through like the desert, and then you can stop by houses to collect loot, but you also have to fight off zombies, and then you go to the other stuff, and then you do that until you get to the end. I'm saying this for the first time, but I actually had fun with this game. And for that reason, I'm giving this game an F tier. Now let's talk about Blox Fruits. Now, visually, Blox Fruits actually looks pretty good if there was a scale. All right, I would put it like here. It's actually pretty good. Now, I don't really play this game because I find it a little boring. I'm just gonna say it. I don't find Blox Fruits fun, okay? Like, I'm playing the game right now as we speak, and it just feels like I'm just like, what am I doing here? How do I fight? Like this? Is this what I do? Yeah, you just kind of walk around the thing and then you fight NPCs and then you level up. And for that reason, I'm giving this game... I'm giving this game an A tier. Now let's talk about Forsaken. But I don't actually play this game a lot, so I'm gonna play this game as we speak. So this game is about trying to survive from a killer, the killer being some random dude. John Doe, someone's John Doe, and I gotta run from this guy. The visuals look pretty good. It's not amazing, but it's also not terrible. But once again, you don't need crazy visuals to have a good game, so this game gets a pass from me, you know what I mean? And then I get the generator repair, and then I gotta solve this puzzle right here real quick. Yep, bang, bang. Bang. Did anyone tell you guys that I actually have an IQ of 274? Oh. Uh-oh. I'm getting chased down by John Doe, so I gotta run here. Yeah, so wow, I'm actually having fun right now. And I think the more times you survive, you can buy more characters to explore with, but also new killers to explore with. Feels super casual in my opinion. I mean, I don't really get scared from games like this. Wow, I'm actually liking this game. And for that reason, this game's getting a D tier. Oh my gosh. Stop. Don't even get me started. You know what? I actually think this game gets an F tier because Forsaken starts with F. So yeah, guys, that's all the ratings. Obviously, the ratings are satire. What's not satire is the parts where I talk about the game itself. So take that as you will and think about what I would actually rate them.